Le secret de la borne McDo, c'est maintenant. Là, ça va être incroyable. J'ai hâte de regarder ça. Regardez. Dites-moi, les amis, est-ce que vous avez déjà utilisé la borne McDo? Je préfère la borne BK plus intuitive. Ah ouais, t'as fait un benchmark. À chaque fois que j'utilise, je me dis que ce sont des génies derrière. Ah ouais? Bah écoute, on va découvrir les astuces. Bah écoutez, on va découvrir ça. Alors, c'est en anglais, mais vous inquiétez pas, ça va être hyper simple à comprendre. Et si vous comprenez pas, vous demandez. On va essayer de traduire. Vraiment, j'ai trop hâte de voir. En plus, Fern, c'est vraiment des vidéos ultra quali et tout. Donc, la borne McDo, tous ses secrets. Regarde ça. Vous êtes prêts?
You're at McDonald's and you're craving a double cheeseburger. So you find yourself in front of one of these. Self-order terminals, or SOTs, are in almost every restaurant of the chain now. You start browsing and end up buying a big tasty bacon with fries and a Coke, plus nuggets and a McFlurry for dessert. Once you see your food in front of you, you feel guilty. You ordered way more than you initially wanted. Many people have this experience at fast food restaurants.
Et voilà, donc Kathleen, tu arrives à la borne et tout, et tu te rends compte quand t'as ta commande devant toi, t'as commandé beaucoup plus que ce que tu voulais. Je viens juste pour un café, finalement je pars avec un sandwich. Ah oui, non mais ça c'est vrai. Non là t'abuses. Mais je file pas guilty, je file happy.
Since the introduction of SOTs, the average order has gotten bigger and bigger. But why?
Depuis du coup l'installation des bornes tactiles, la commande moyenne a augmenté drastiquement, mais pourquoi?
Today, we're going to talk about one of the most used user interfaces in the world and its countless tricks to take as much money as possible from you.
Ok, donc là, c'est littéralement l'user interface la plus utilisée au monde. C'est la borne McDo, vous vous rendez compte quand même?
McDonald's is by far the most valuable fast food chain in the world. Its stock price has nearly quadrupled over the past 10 years. Today, there are more than 40,000 McDonald's restaurants around the world. Many of them are so-called restaurants of the future. SOTs are a key factor in the success of the concept. With their large touchscreens, they look like giant double-sided smartphones. McDonald's is considered a pioneer in the fast food industry when it comes to these terminals.
Les smartphones géants. Oh, c'était les tout premiers, ceux-là, ils sont tout petits.
Industry when it comes to these terminals. They tested the first SOTs in Europe in 2008. Today they can be found in almost all of its restaurants. Other chains like Burger King and KFC have followed suit. The terminals have supposedly increased McDonald's profits in Germany by about 15%. That's according to an insider who spoke to the German public broadcaster ZDF. In 2018, former McDonald's CEO Steve Easterbrook confirmed that the terminals definitely increased profits. His main reason? Customers take significantly longer to place their order.
Ah, mais non, c'est ça la raison. La raison qui fait qu'on commande plus, c'est parce qu'on prend plus de temps sur la borne, beaucoup plus de temps pour passer leur commande. Ah, parce que du coup quand t'es devant le gars tu speedrun, tu dis ouais bah vas-y menu best of coca frites merci, alors que là t'es en mode lila loum, qu'est-ce qu'il y a comme nouveau sandwich, ok peut-être une petite glace, il y a quoi comme goût, non finalement plein de choses que t'aurais pas osé demander à un humain, plein de choses que t'aurais pas osé demander à un humain par gêne entre guillemets. Et là tu te dis lila loum, je regarde un petit peu, ça scrolle et des petites animations et tout. Yo pas sûr, je sais ce que je veux, pas de lila loum. Bah ouais mais si tu lila loum pas, tu vois, il y a quand même des propositions quand tu valides et disent voulez-vous compléter. Même si toi tu commandes la même chose, en moyenne la masse de gens commandent plus.
Design influences our choices.
Regarde.
Not only at McDonald's but also in our everyday life. You'd probably go for this watch rather than this one.
Non.
Holzkern watches are made from
Non, c'est un placement de produit Holzkern.
Let's take a closer look at the example from the beginning. To recap, you only wanted to order a double cheeseburger when you entered the store. In the main menu, you are presented with inviting images of burgers. The more expensive items, like the double hamburger royale, are especially eye-catching. On the left, you can find the different food categories. Here, McDonald's is setting a so-called reference value. Going forward, you'll subconsciously compare other items to these expensive.
Ah punaise, ça je le fais. J'avoue, ça me le fait moi. Me dire, je vais prendre... genre tu te dis, je vais prendre un cheeseburger, tu vois. Et il est à 3 €. Et à côté, tu vois, genre, il y a un Big Mac et c'est seulement 4 €. Tu dis, bah, pour 1 € de plus, en vrai, nanana, tu vois. Et ça nous le fait tous. Et le fait qu'ils soient tous présentés comme ça, bah, on est tous bait, en vrai. Mais en vrai, des fois, j'aurais eu assez avec un petit hamburger. Je me dis, ah, le gros hamburger, il est que 1 € de plus, en vrai. Ça double la taille du hamburger, en vrai.
Even if you don't go for the pricier burgers, the double cheeseburger now seems pretty affordable.
Oui, il y a ça aussi. Ouais, ça c'est l'autre technique, c'est ça aussi, c'est un truc vraiment vraiment très cher qui te fait paraître les produits du départ moins chers.
Seems pretty affordable. This makes you more likely to upgrade the cheap burger. We've just seen 2 examples of nudging. Nudges are designed to influence our behavior by presenting options in different ways. Sometimes they are subtle and sometimes more obvious. In this case, the icons on the side are much smaller than the prominently placed menus in the center. More space on the interface demands more of your attention.
Réel. On avait fait une vidéo il y a longtemps sur les nudges.
The same thing happens once you enter the submenu. The big burgers are at the top and the cheaper ones are at the bottom. It's like a supermarket shelf. You have to bend down or scroll down to see the cheap stuff. The more expensive items are at eye level. As a result, you don't...
Ah ouais, à la hauteur des yeux en plus. C'est exactement ça. Comme dans des étagères de supermarché, quoi. C'est vraiment physiquement à la hauteur de tes yeux, quoi. Starbucks, c'est pareil, la diff entre prix, le moyen, le grand. Ouais, c'est un truc assez classique, quoi.
Cheeseburger because of all the juicier burgers on top. The big tasty bacon in particular is just too tempting to resist. Make it a meal? Yeah, why not?
Transformé en menu, bien sûr. En plus, le scroll, c'est un enfer. Ah, tu penses que ça scrolle mal exprès? BK, ils mettent en first les burgers VG. Bon, il y a des chances qu'ils soient plus chers aussi, non? Le gacha game le plus rentable, la borne McDo. C'est ça, scroll.
Fries and a Coke, let's go. Should you get the Mac menu small or the regular Mac menu?
Ah là, voilà, 50 centimes de différence.
For just 50 cents more. Well, of course, the regular then.
Ah bah ouais, ça c'est la classique.
Anything else? Cheeseburger? No. Nuggets?
We recommend classique.
Yeah, you're in the mood for that. The colorful animation you see when you make the purchase isn't random. It's there to reward you and make you feel good about adding things to the cart.
Bien
Next,
sûr.
the terminal doesn't take you to the checkout. It just takes you back to the menu. Now that you're looking at it, a dessert would be nice too. Why not get a McFlurry? Wait, how much is that now in total? Oh, down here. It's 19.97 euros. This trick is called a dark pattern.
Oh là là, un petit dark pattern. Tu fais un menu small, gros loser, le menu normal des champions. C'est un peu ça.
Dark patterns are designed to get users to do things that aren't in their best interests. This is done by presenting information in a way that isn't neutral or by leaving things out on purpose. A classic example would be the colored Accept All Cookies button, while it may take several clicks to select only necessary cookies. The terminal interface is similar, whilst less extreme. The total amount is hidden in a tiny corner of the large screen. Standing in front of it, you have to actively look down to find the price.
Ok. La somme, elle est vraiment dans un endroit où tu vois pas, quoi, vraiment en dessous de ta ceinture, quoi.
For McDonald's, maximizing the average order value is a key business strategy. But for you, the price should be a minor detail next to all the colorful products. In a statement to us, McDonald's Germany states the screens are as big as they are to present information as clearly and appealing as possible. They are also designed for accessibility. Now, it's finally time to pay.
Il est temps de payer. I would like to pay cashless payment. Bah ouais, on met plus en avant, encore une fois, on met plus en avant le paiement par carte qu'à une borne, quoi. Enfin, une caisse, pardon. Commencez à différentes tailles de bornes. Bah, il y a des bornes pour les fauteuils roulants, par exemple. Différents designs en France de cette page. Ok.
Here, another nudge. This time, the nudge is meant to motivate you to pay by card.
Ouais. No fees. Ah oui, d'accord. C'est-à-dire que t'as des fees quand tu vas payer à la caisse, quoi.
You only see a smaller button for the option to pay in cash at the register. There are a few reasons for this. When you pay by card, you're more likely to make impulse purchases and spend more money overall.
Ah oui, ok, j'ai compris. En fait, il n'y a pas de fees dans les deux cas. C'est juste que là, ils mettent en avant le no fees et là, ils mettent en avant que tu vas perdre du temps. Et eux, ça les arrange que tu payes en carte parce que tu te rends moins compte de la somme que tu dépenses quand tu payes en carte que quand tu payes en monnaie.
When you pay by card, you're more likely to make impulse purchases and spend more money overall. Plus, the two-sided order terminals
C'est quoi les fees? C'est les frais. Des frais supplémentaires.
let more people order at the same time. Up to 70% of customers leave when there are more than 7 people in line.
Si 7 personnes égale, on s'en va. Et du coup, payer en carte, ça va plus vite, c'est ça?
You pay almost 20 euros for a thick menu, nuggets and a dessert. In total, 2,300 calories.
Oh, le glouton, c'est beaucoup de 2300 calories, non? Combien ont besoin les femmes et les hommes par jour de calories déjà?
Once the food is in front of you, and even more so after you devoured it all without mercy, you ask yourself, how did this happen again?
How does this happen again? 11 000 calories par jour? Entre 2 et 2K5. Non. Du coup, ça c'est une journée entière de food. Entre 2 000 et 3 000. Ah ouais? Oui, ça dépend de ton niveau d'activité, mais en moyenne. Quasiment une journée, quoi, là.
The interface is a prime example of upselling. During the order process, you were tricked or at least subtly manipulated into buying more than you originally
Chaque fois que je vais à McDo, je paye 6,50 €. Et tu achètes quoi du coup? Tu résistes à la tentation.
intended. Instead of a double cheeseburger, you end up with the Big Tasty menu and those nuggets on top. In many small steps, the terminal repeatedly confronted you with moments of comparison. These comparisons create subconscious pressure. Each step in the ordering process seemed rational to you at the time. You may have even thought you were getting a bargain. But imagine you had the following choice: a double cheeseburger for €3.50 or a meal plus nuggets and ice cream for €19.
Et évidemment, là, tu craques pas parce que c'est trop, il y a trop d'écart. Mais étape par étape, tu craques, évidemment, ouais.
And 97 cents. You probably would have chosen the single burger. This example is of course slightly exaggerated, but making meals bigger is important for McDonald's. The margin on a single burger is low. Only when you add drinks, fries and ice cream, your order becomes really profitable.
Ok, en gros, McDo, ils font pas trop de chiffres, enfin de delta sur les burgers. Ils font du delta sur les sides. En gros, si vous voulez vraiment résister au McDo et avoir le truc le plus worst pour le prix que c'est, ça se passe au niveau des sandwichs. Mais les frites à 4 €, le coca à 5 €, la glace à 5 €, eux, ça leur coûte vraiment rien, quoi. Il y a aussi l'astuce quand tu veux des nuggets de prendre le petit menu à 5 € avec les nuggets plus que juste des nuggets. Ah oui, tu peux prendre un Happy Meal, ouais. Comme le ciné avec les popcorn. Oui, mais le ciné, on va pas se mentir, c'est déjà très cher la place, hein. Ça fait déjà très cher la place même sur les popcorn, hein.
Those add-ons are cheap to buy and easy to prepare. That's why the menu is crucial for McDonald's. It works on the principle of bundling. The price is based on the most expensive product, like the Big Tasty. For McDonald's, the additional drinks and fries make the offer worthwhile. At the same time, for the customer, it appears to be a bargain, as the items in the bundle are much cheaper together than if they were purchased separately. Cross-selling also plays an important role in menu management. The SOT suggests additional products to you. That's much more effective than the usual "Would you like some fries with that?" at the counter. There are no social pressures, often no
Il n'y a pas de pression sociale, parce que du coup, tu peux prendre ton temps, tu dois pas dire à un humain que t'en veux ou t'en veux pas, tu peux changer d'avis en faisant annuler.
queue behind you, no one watching. Often, customers stand back to back in front of the terminals. And that's how you ended up with nuggets you hadn't planned on buying. McDonald's Germany confirmed that the average order size at their SOTs was slightly higher than at the counter. What slightly means in the definition remains unclear. We did ask for a ratio, but received no answer. In 2015, the fast food company reported to have served more than 69 million customers every day in over 100 countries. About half of all orders were placed through the order terminals. This makes the McDonald's terminal one of the most used interfaces in the world, probably only surpassed by TikTok, Instagram and such. McDonald's could potentially collect a ton of data every day. Data which they could use, for example, for A/B testing. Customers could randomly be shown different versions of buttons, like
Alors ça, du A/B testing sur la borne McDo, c'est incroyable. Du coup, t'arrives sur la borne et toi, t'as une interface différente, juste one shot. Et tu vois de manière aléatoire un nouveau bouton.
different sizes, colors, or wordings. Or some customers might see a recommendation for 6-piece nuggets, while others might see 9-piece nuggets. With these tests, McDonald's could continuously optimize the UI based on millions of data points to squeeze out the maximum amount of additional items
Putain, c'est fou! C'est fou.
purchased. It could be anything from the exact size of the sidebar to the color of...
Il suppose qu'il y a du A/B testing où c'est avéré. Non, c'est sûr. Tu peux pas faire une borne qui est déployée dans 100 pays sans faire d'A/B testing de temps en temps.
the salad leaves or the way the desserts are arranged.
Like la vidéo pour nous. Non, vous allez le faire, regardez. Je vous mets l'URL de la vidéo, vous allez pouvoir mettre un petit commentaire, un petit like si vous voulez. Elle est trop bien, hein.
McDonald's Germany told us that they don't do A/B testing in Germany. They could not tell us whether the company does such tests in other countries and referred us to McDonald's Global. We asked McDonald's Global for comment, but so far they didn't respond. Friends in the US and UK have tested the terminals in their countries for us. The user interface seems to be pretty similar. It's probably safe to assume that the techniques discussed in this video come into play in McDonald's restaurants in one way or another all over the world.
Incroyable.
There's no doubt that SOTs improve the customer experience. They save time and make the whole process more chill, a real blessing for introverts. And you don't have to worry about being judged at the register if you want to treat yourself to a big meal with 2 desserts. But SOTs have a downside too. They are explicitly designed for you to maximize your bad choices. The techniques used are not unique by any means, but often invisible at first glance. You might think this is all so see-through and you're not influenced by little nudges or dark patterns. But people are. Otherwise, these terminals wouldn't be this effective, and a giant conglomerate like McDonald's wouldn't use them.